Hey guys, what's up? I'm Speo with the voice of Reason 7, finally. And today we're gonna use a couple of Reason 7's new features to put together a little live remix jam setup, which allows you to play back little pieces of a track using your MIDI device, like you've just seen me doing with Dorincourt's classic Phoenix. It's really easy to set up, and it's a great way to show you guys some of the new features within Reason 7, so let's get to it. The first new feature we'll take advantage of is the new MP3 support, which allows you to easily import any kind of MP3 you have in your music library or in your music folder or whatever. And I'm gonna do exactly that with Dorincourt's Phoenix. Next up, I'm going to select a little part of the track from which I want to sample from, I guess. And usually that's the drop. So I'm just gonna cut out a piece of the drop here and delete the other stuff. And so on. Now I also know that I want to sample something that's farther in the back because I know the track well, and this is this piece here. So I'm just gonna cut this out as well and move it to this little piece that I've already cut out. Now we can delete the rest. Now, as you can see, when we double click this track, we've got these little markers here, which are very important for our purposes. But first off, I'll join these two audio files. And now we haven't got the markers anymore because now it's the joined file kind of display. But we can easily get the markers back by bouncing this, this audio file by hitting this bounce button here. Hit close and double click it again, and we've got our markers back. Now those markers, they are actually for the quantizing, for the new audio quantizing, but they're really useful for exporting Rex loops as well. But before we're gonna do this, we're gonna clean this up a little bit because some markers are not necessary for our purposes. So first up, you'd kind of want to know which sections you want to sample. Like, I know I definitely want to sample this, and it's clean, so we're alright here. But on this section here, these markers here in the middle, they are not necessary, so I'm just gonna quickly get rid of them. Zack, zack. And now we've got these clean slices we can then map on a Kong pad. And I'm also gonna do this with this section here, just getting rid of the markers in the middle. And also this one. And there is actually a very interesting part here where only the kick or the snare is in one of those slices. And this is awesome to sample, also to sample too, so we're gonna definitely watch out for those. Here's the kick. And here's the snare. But the snare is already clear, so and clean, so it's no props. Nice. So I think we've cleaned it up well enough. What we can do now is just open it up by double clicking it, then right click, bounce, and bounce clip to Rex loop. And now it instantly appears in the self-contained samples here in the tool window, so we don't even have to open up a new project in Reason. We can instantly just switch to the rack, create a Kong, if I can find it. There it is. And what we can do now is we can just select the pad and then chuck in a Nurse Rex Loop player. Open up the file browser and select the song samples right here. Open up the all self-contained samples, and as you can see in the preparation for this tutorial, I've already sampled this once, but we're gonna select the second one, which we've just cleaned up. And now it appears down here in this little Rex Loop player. So the first thing you want to do is right here in the hit type on the Kong, we want to select the slice trigger because we only want to trigger a single slice. So when this is selected, we can actually select the slice we want to trigger down here. What you want to do first off though is take the little check mark here out of the trick box. So because otherwise, if you then select another slice and hit trick again, you'd have two slices checked, and then you'd always trigger the one after the other, and you don't want that. So disable trigger the first time, and then select the slice you want to trigger, and then hit the trick, check the trick box here again. So first off, I probably want this slice here. Nice. And what you can also do is you can change the envelope type to gate, so you don't lose any volume over time. Otherwise, this will have the basic attack, decay, sustain, and release parameters. And gate is just simple. The whole slice is played in the same volume. You'd of course want to have some more pads assigned, as I had in the kind of intro that I created for this tutorial. But it's always the same procedures. Like you chuck in a nurse Rex loop player, you take it to slice trigger. First off, you of course load the sample up, or the Rex loop, switch it to slice trigger, deselect the first slice, and then select the slice you want to be triggering, check trigger, and maybe switch it to gate mode as well. And there you have your basic stuff. Yeah, okay, this was my little tutorial on a live remix jams setup. I hope it was useful, and maybe you have some cool jams as well. I had one the whole day, basically. I was jamming to Phoenix. It was great fun, yeah. Okay, basically, have a good one. My name's been Speo. This was The Voice of Reason. I'll see you next time.